live, just maybe 10-15 minutes live, and we're talking about what we found out last night at the range, Mo Norman's driver, and the actual specs of it are amazing. So I happen to have a pitching wedge with me at the range, and for some reason when I was hitting Mo's driver, I decided, I wonder what lie angle it is, and it is exactly the same lie angle as a wedge. So Mo Norman's driver, if you get your wedge from your set, right, and imagine that driver length, that is the lie angle of Mo Norman's driver. Your wedge that's in your set, your pitching wedge, it's like almost a 45-degree angle. You saw how incredibly upright and straight backed and straight armed I was, and hitting Mo Norman's driver last night. We've got a couple of good things coming up about that, because we've got a better video with better sound, so that's coming. But when I went to pick the balls up as well, honestly, the dispersion of them, every shot just goes the same flight and lands in about the same area. So it was like a 12-yard by 12-yard square box that the balls were landing in, which for a driver is quite amazing. And I guess it's more accurate because you are like fully engaged this way. So normally when you're hitting a club, your lower, your hands are lower, but then at impact your hands raise up. I mean, it's going to happen because you extend to the ball, and as you do that, your wrists always go that way. So it gets, you know, but the interesting thing about it, hitting Mo's driver, was you couldn't do that because you had maximum pronation already on your hands and arms and wrists, right? So you literally were, and it did look, even when I looked it back, it was like Bryson DeChambeau kind of swinging up here and then swinging down, and I was locked in. The only issue I had was, hiya guys, lots of you joining the chat. The only issue I had with Mo Norman's driver was because it was so upright, right on this, trying to actually get set up, as in picking a target and aiming at it. And then the other thing you need to change, that's maybe not instantly apparent, but you need to play the driver more off the front foot, and you need to, as I started to do in the video, put the club, if that's the ball, I moved the club back about 6 or 12 inches, just like Mo used to do. And that ensures basically on that single plane that you're coming down and you're going to be hitting on the up. And that made a huge difference to the ball flight and the distance I was getting. Because initially, obviously, if your hands are way down here normally with a driver, right, they might go up a little at impact, but you could, this thing's up here, and it's a very, very interesting concept that hasn't been embraced by the manufacturers anywhere. I mean, you look at all the manufacturers. Now, after I'd hit this driver, and excuse me, I'm getting parched. After I'd hit this driver, Mo Norman's driver, Natural Golf Company, right, made this driver. It's no wonder that major manufacturers are running scared of single length irons, because if Mo Norman's clubs were all a pitching wedge lie angle, right, you can get your pitching wedge out and check this for yourself. The driver's a pitching wedge lie angle. Now, he had every club the same. There's no way you're bending any clubs to make it that vertical a lie angle without snapping them. So that means you're going to have to cast or forge heads already pretty upright. Well, you would probably see, it's like everything, you need to be custom fit for single length. So your lie angle might alter a couple of degrees, but it's certainly going to be a lot more vertical if you're going to attempt to swing on the 45 single plane. You have to have a lie angle that will allow you to deliver the club at impact without any manipulation. And you saw that in the driver. And tomorrow night, the full video where proper sound is coming on, so you'll be able to watch that. You can see that I can swing it back the same and swing it down the same, and it never leaves the plane. Now, that for me is highly unusual, because I don't do single plane. I do single length, but I've never attempted to do single plane until I tried Mo Norman's driver there. Excuse me. Hi guys, everybody that's tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Very supportive of you. And we're talking about Mo Norman's The Claw driver by the Natural Golf Company. Came out in the 80s. We were hitting it last night. Hitting it absolutely into quite a lot of wind. Carrying uphill 250. And that's good into the wind for me, 250 carry. The way the ground is just now, you would easily get 20 yards run, possibly 25 to 30 actually, because it's brick solid. So I'm going to take it out in the course, and I'm going to film a few holes playing Mo Norman's driver on the golf course. If nothing else, just to see the reaction that I get from the playing partners, because I reckon anybody seeing this driver for the first time is going to just go, what? I mean, it's just, there is nothing out there that looks anything like Mo Norman's driver. Nothing. It's the most unbelievable golf club to look at. I think rarity as well, but just the way the lie angle is. Now, after speaking to the pro yesterday about this whole lie angle thing, and if Mo had every single club at a pitching wedge lie angle, when you look at the way Bryson sets up to the ball, he must have the vertical, almost vertical lie angles that we're talking about. Now, Bryson's been very secretive about his clubs. He will not divulge his lofts or his lie angles, because he says there's a secret, and he's right into his maths. And he will not divulge. He just won't tell anyone how he does it, because it takes a long time to get the individual dialed into single length. And that is why major manufacturers are running scared, because they can't. If a major manufacturer like Callaway, Titleist, TaylorMade, you went for a custom fit for what we're talking about here, which is like highly specific, single length, Mo Norman spec, your spec for swinging on the 45 single plane, it would take them, I reckon, a week to custom fit you. A week. Because you initially would find the lie angle pretty quick for the single plane that your particular body type has. Height, build, are you tall, are you short, are you wide, do you carry a bit of weight, have you got long arms, short arms, right? All of that affects your lie angle and how long your clubs would be, and then from there. But the bend profiles of modern golf clubs, there is no way you would ever get. You'd get your pitching wedge 9, 8, 7. That's it, before you'd start snapping clubs. You imagine even you'd be pushing it to bend a 7-iron to a wedge lie angle, I reckon. You'd probably snap that. So the rest of them would have to be like actually cast and made, and then maybe just tweaked a little bit for your lie angles. And then the other issue you've got with the single length build, you've got to have the same lie angle, but you've got to have the exact same weight for every single club. And that in itself is another headache for major manufacturers, hence they've all stayed away from it. Because of the labour that would be involved in actually building a set to someone's spec, because you can't really build a set of these and just stick them on the shelves, although Cobra did it. But that is a different single length to what we're talking about. We're talking about Mo Norman's set irons. You know, they're in the Canadian Hall of Fame. You can see them. He had, we've talked about this before, he had like so much lead tape on them, and he had about 6 or 7 layers of lead tape under the grips. You can imagine the swing weight of these things must have been off the scale, like heavy, so heavy, you know. So he's basically allowing the club to just drop. And the reason he was always talking about the secret of greatness, the vertical drop, the if your club's that heavy, right? If it's that heavy and you get it up there, it's like dropping a sledgehammer. It's just going to fall, right? Huge advantage. But again, modern manufacturers ain't going to invest in that, because how long is it going to take them to even... It's just, you know, it's... What we're talking about with Mo's clubs is for like specific custom builds that you go to like a specialist for. Someone who's prepared to listen to what you want, put the weight on, get them swinging up at like D8 or D9, whatever. I mean, like crazy weight. I mean, we're talking like heavy. That's one thing about the driver. The driver is heavy, right? It not only is, like you saw in the video, it's unbelievably, it makes you want to straighten your legs to actually keep it on plane. But it's a heavy club. The swing weight is heavy, the head's heavy, and the shaft itself is quite heavy. Only 3 degrees of torque on the shaft. So that is like a poker. And I reckon after hitting it, it's to alleviate any twisting on off-centre hits. So if you catch the driver off-centre, because it's only got 3 degrees of torque, it's a very resistant shaft to actually twisting, so it keeps the ball straighter, which I did notice. Because, I mean, it's off the charts accuracy-wise. Not the longest, but if you want to hit fairways, this is the one. So, we've been on for nearly 15 minutes, and you've had loads of you tuning in, which is brilliant. You can watch the Mo Norman driver videos. They're dropping Monday, I think, Monday night, Monday 4 o'clock. Then there's another one coming, because part 2, part 1, and we'll get some out on the course just to get a reaction, maybe get a reaction cam from a few. Because there's nothing quite like this when you're setting up and hitting it. And also, towards the end, I started teeing it up mega high and really clipping it, like vertical, launching it, and that did get a lot of extra distance. But it was harder to do. Obviously, if you guys have watched Mo Norman swinging, he did set up with straight legs, right? Very straight and very wide. And when he got to the top, he did this kind of forward like drive with his knee, which dropped his height, and then he swung through. And that was his hidden vertical drop. But it was aided because his clubs were so heavy, I think, as well. And it gave him the time. because timing is key in this as well. I was so excited hitting this driver. I got like, you know, I needed to calm down a bit and just swing smooth. And I was every one though. I hit one howler out of, I think, 50 balls with a driver. And I mean, that's unusual for me. Mark and GMAC will testify to that. Right, thanks for watching and supporting the channel. The channel's all for charity. The small, tiny amount of ad revenue that we generate here goes to 4 different charities: Macmillan, Help the Heroes, Shelter, and the Samaritans. Right. We also donate stuff to the charity shops quite on a regular basis. You can do the same thing. Have a rummage in your wardrobe. Old clothes that don't fit you anymore, or things that you've just forgot about. Put them in a bag. Put a wee note and seal it up in that. You can drop it into the Samaritans, or you can drop it into Macmillan shops, or any charity shop will take it. You're helping others and you're clearing out your clothes that maybe don't fit you anymore. They'll do someone else. So yeah, so we do all that kind of stuff on the channel, so any support is welcome. Small golf channel, and we just hit stuff, have fun, try and have fun, and try and not get beat too much. But GMAC got us the last time, so I'm still 2-1 up against GMAC, and I'm still 1 up on Marky Boy, who's gunning for me. This is a problem when you just get folk wanting to beat you all the time. Right, thanks for watching and tuning in. See you all soon. And it's lovely weather, great.